Hi there, my name is Joshua Brown from the job recruitment training company howtobecome.com, and in this presentation I will teach you how to prepare for the Big Four accountancy firm recruitment tests, interviews and application stages. And in particular, I'm going to focus on the very important Big Four personality values. If you're applying to join PwC, Deloitte, KPMG or EY, then you need to understand and learn the personality values. So if you're wishing to join any of the Big Four for any job role whatsoever, then please make sure you watch this video from start to finish, because I'm going to help you to succeed. And to achieve that goal, this is what I'll cover. I will teach you the Big Four personality values and explain why they are so important. I'll also provide you with an insider's breakdown of how you'll be assessed during each of the Big Four selection processes. I will then give you some Big Four accountancy firm personality test questions to try, and this is really important as I'll be sharing the strategies that we have used to train thousands of aspiring job seekers so that they can score top marks during the selection process, and the sample questions that I will share with you will enable you to do just that too. And finally, I will tell you how you can download further resources, including all of the answers to the Big Four values questions, to help you pass the entire selection process. And just very quickly, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because I want to help you to pass the Big Four accountancy firm selection process, and I can only do that if you're subscribed. And please don't forget to hit that like button, because this tells me you find these tutorials useful. Okay, let's get started with how you'll be assessed during the Big Four assessment process and why the values are so important. So the Big Four are four of the largest successful global companies within their field, delivering professional services. They are unrivaled and well known as some of the best companies to work for. The Big Four comprises of Deloitte, PwC, EY and KPMG. Now, during the selection process for any of the Big Four, you will be assessed against their personality values. Now, I will tell you in a minute what those values are, but first, let's take a look at where in the recruitment process it's critical for you to demonstrate them. So it's essential for you to demonstrate these values during your application form answers. You'll also need to demonstrate them in your online and in-person assessment centre tests, as well as during your interview stages. In other words, you must demonstrate the values throughout the selection process. So let's now take a look at what the values are and what you need to demonstrate. So the values are the foundations of all of the Big Four success. In essence, they're the bedrock of what PwC, Deloitte, KPMG and EY expects from its staff. Each of the Big Four lists their own values, which, as you're about to see, are extremely similar to each other. So the values PwC expect of its staff are: act with integrity, which means you need to stand up and speak for what is right, even when under pressure or under difficult circumstances. Always strive to deliver service to the highest quality and expect the same in return. You must always act and make decisions as if your own personal reputation is at stake. The next value is make a difference. Now, this means you need to be aware and be curious of the world that we live in and ask questions about the future of our world. Aim to create a positive impact through your actions when dealing with colleagues and clients. Adapt willingly to the changing environment which we operate in. The next value is care. Endeavour to understand the needs of every individual and what is important to them. Be able to recognise the values which each person contributes. Offer support and advice to others to assist in their development and growth, and always work in ways which brings out the best performance. Now, the next value is work together. This means we need to collaborate with others and willingly share information and ideas. Always listen to other people's perspectives and views and implement action where appropriate. Actively seek and offer feedback to assist in improving yourself and to help others. And finally, the fifth value is reimagine the possible. Challenge the way that we do things and always look to try new things to improve the quality of service. Be innovative. Test and implement lessons learnt from any failure. Be open-minded to the possibility of any idea. Now, as you'll see, the values for both Deloitte, KPMG and EY are all extremely similar. So let's take a look at the values Deloitte expects. They expect integrity, outstanding value to markets and clients, commitment to each other, and strength from cultural diversity. Now you can see that's really similar to PwC's values too. So let's take a look at KPMG's values. They are integrity, excellence, courage, together, and for better. EY's values are people who demonstrate integrity, respect, and teaming, people with energy, enthusiasm, and the courage to lead, and finally, people who build relationships based on doing the right thing. Now, by truly learning these values and how they can be demonstrated in your actions and application, interview, assessment answers, you greatly increase your chances of success. Okay, let's now move on to the Big 4 Values test questions. Before we start the test, it's important to understand that this test is designed to help you learn how to demonstrate the values. This style of guidance has helped thousands of aspiring job seekers to gain an edge and prepare effectively to join their chosen job roles and companies. So make sure you're in a quiet room where you can concentrate and answer these questions to the best of your ability under timed conditions. And just very quickly, when you're ready, click that link in the top right hand corner. It will take you to my website, howtobecome.com, where you can download my 80 Big 4 accountancy firm personality assessment test questions and answers to give you the edge in your Big 4 application and selection processes, including the ones we're covering right now. Now, quick disclaimer just before we start, the content contained within this presentation is for educational uses only. It does not constitute as legal or official Big 4 accountancy firm procedures or policies in any way. The sole purpose of the scenarios used and the suggested answer options is to familiarise you with the values. The answers do not necessarily reflect the law, guidelines or procedures expected of any staff. So here's the first Big 4 personality values test question. Question 1. You work for a large professional services corporation. You're at home one weekend when you receive a package containing several gifts of varying value. When you look to see who the package is from, you see that it's from a supplier who has recently quoted to provide services to your company. Your company has a strict policy against accepting gifts. How do you handle this situation? Do you A. Contact the supplier, and although you appreciate the offer, you're unable to accept the gift as this goes against company policy. You return the package. B. You contact the supplier and say you're unable to accept the package due to your organisation's gift policy. Ask them instead to donate the money to a charity close to your heart. C. Keep the package as this was addressed to your home. This has nothing to do with your organisation. Plus, it is the weekend and you're not at work. Or D. Telephone the supplier and accuse them of trying to bribe you. Tell them you won't accept the package, and because of this, you will reject their quotation. Now, make your best attempt at answering this question based on these answer options, carefully considering the Big 4 values that we just looked at. Okay, your 20-second timer starts now. How did you get on? The correct answer option was A. Contact the supplier, and although you appreciate the offer, you are unable to accept the gift as this goes against company policy. You return the package. Now, the explanation for this is A is the best answer because it demonstrates integrity and professionalism. Your company policy states that you are unable to accept gifts, so you should take action to return the package. B is not suitable as although you're returning the gift, by asking them to make a donation to your charity could be perceived as being unethical and should be avoided. C isn't a good choice either, as regardless of where this was sent, it'd be unethical to accept the package as the sender is work related. D is a poor and unnecessary response and shows a lack of professionalism. Okay, let's try another question. Question 2. You have noticed that a work colleague has started falling behind on their task for a team project. Other colleagues are becoming impatient and have threatened to inform the team manager about the issue. The work colleague usually performs to a high standard. How would you handle this situation? Would you A. Approach the work colleague and tell them their performance is unacceptable and they need to improve immediately for the sake of the team and the project? Or would you B. Approach your work colleague in private and ask if they're having any issues which could be affecting their performance? Offer them help and support if required to get them back on track. Explain that everyone needs to pull together for the sake of the team and complete their tasks on time to the required standard. Or C. Inform your manager of the issue and let them deal with it. You're not paid to speak to your work colleague about their performance, and it's not your place. Or option D, work extra hours to complete your own work and then help out your colleague until they get back to their usual high standards. This time, try putting your answer and also the values that you think are being demonstrated in the correct answer option in the comment section below this video. Okay, your 20-second timer starts now. How did you get on? The correct answer option is B. Approach your work colleague in private and ask if they're having any issues which could be affecting their performance. Offer them help and support if required to get them back on track. Explain that everyone needs to pull together for the sake of the team and complete their tasks on time and to the required standard. Now, the reason why this is the correct answer is because this demonstrates the values care and work together, support and excellence. By seeing the decrease in performance, you recognise that there may be an underlying issue, and you have therefore offered your assistance to get your colleague back to their best. Options A and C are not suitable and would only make matters worse. Option D is not feasible. Although this could work short term, this would undoubtedly affect the quality of your own work. Okay, let's take a look at another question before moving on to a mock test. So, question 3. You are part of a project team and you're attending a meeting. During the meeting, you have been making several suggestions which your manager immediately dismisses without giving them any thought. How do you react? A. Stand up and tell your manager, if you aren't going to listen to me, I might as well go. Walk out of the meeting. B. Stop communicating your ideas and just listen in the meeting. Your manager must be dismissing them for a reason. C. Interrupt your manager in the meeting and ask them why they are dismissing your ideas without giving them any thought. Or option D. Wait until the end of the meeting and approach your manager explaining your concerns. Ask if they are aware they are dismissing your ideas. Okay, 20 seconds on the timer starts now. The correct answer option is option D. Wait until the end of the meeting and approach your manager explaining your concerns. Ask if they're aware that they are dismissing your ideas. Now, this demonstrates part of the value, act with integrity and speak up for what is right. The manager is not demonstrating the values of work together and care by them not valuing your contribution or recognizing your ideas, and this needs to be addressed in a professional manner. Now, don't go anywhere as I still have more questions and answers to give you, including a timed mock test. But when you're ready, click that link in the top right hand corner. It will take you through to my website, howtobecome.com, where you can download and get access to my 80 Big 4 accountancy firm personality assessment test questions that will give you the edge in your application. Plus, this resource includes 30 Big 4 accountancy firm interview questions and answers to help you pass your interview with any of the Big 4. Now, this time, let's try the questions yourself under mock test conditions. Just like before, you have 20 seconds per question. Now make sure you put your answers in the comment section below, where I will get back to you with feedback. Bonus points if you can also name the values that are being demonstrated. Okay, your manager has approached you with a client portfolio to manage. When you look at the portfolio, you realise this is not an area of your expertise. There are other colleagues whose skill set would match the tasks perfectly, but the manager can't spare anyone else and wants you specifically. What do you tell your manager? A. Do you tell your manager that you are not best suited to this task and ask if it can be assigned to other team members who are a perfect fit for the task and more experienced? B. Tell your manager that you will undertake the task. Spend some time developing your expertise in the area and ask for support from your colleagues if required. C. Ask your manager if you'll be paid any more for undertaking the task, as this is not something in your job description. Or D. Tell your manager that you're happy to undertake the task as long as sufficient training is given. 20 seconds on the timer starts now. Okay, next question. During an office meeting, your manager is explaining several changes that are being introduced. These changes will mean that you and your work colleagues will have more tasks to complete during the working day. Most members of the team start to make their objections to the changes heard. What would you do? A. Join in with the objections. Why change things when everything is okay as it is? B. Keep your head down. Whilst you don't agree with the changes, you don't want to get in trouble for raising your concerns. C. Accept the changes yourself. It doesn't matter what the others think. After all, they are entitled to their own opinion. D. Accept the changes. Change is part of working life. You would also try and explain the benefit of the changes to those who are skeptical. 20 seconds starts now. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Read the following statement before choosing which answer option is most suitable. I strongly believe that if it isn't broken, don't fix it. Do you A. strongly agree, B. agree, C. neither agree or disagree, D. disagree, or E. strongly disagree? Now you have 20 seconds on the timer to think about which answer option is most suitable to you, starting now. Okay, how did you get on? Now hopefully these questions and answers have helped provide you with a basic understanding of the values and why they are so important to your success. Don't forget to put your answers in the comment section below the video for feedback. Now if you would like further help, the next thing to do is please make sure you click that button in the top right hand corner of this video right now. Head through to my website howtobecome.com where you can download these slides and get access to 80 Big 4 accountancy firm personality assessment test questions just like these ones that we've looked at today, plus the scripted interview answers that demonstrate all of the assessable values and practice tests based on a similar style of the Big 4 assessment centres. You can literally have access to all of this in your inbox within 2 minutes from now, and it's guaranteed to help you prepare effectively for the entire selection process and also, more importantly, put you ahead of the competition. Now I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe as I'm on a mission to help as many people as possible pass their job interviews, and I can only do that if you are subscribed. Please also hit that like button as this encourages me to make more videos just like this one. And if you have any questions regarding any job interview, please feel free to put these in the comment section below where I will get back to you. And finally, if you would like to connect with me on LinkedIn, I've put my LinkedIn link in the description below. It's always great to connect with like-minded professionals such as yourself. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you all the best for your interview. Have a great day.